Since becoming the 10th bishop of the Diocese of Wilmington, I have been humbled and inspired by the faith, hope, and love that I have encountered throughout our state of Delaware and our eastern shore of Maryland. By your stewardship, many good works are being accomplished. I have seen the face of God in those being served by our collective church and those who are serving through our ministries and programs. Join me now as we encounter some of the ministries supported by the Walking by Faith, Faith and Charity Catholic Appeal. The Footprints Ministry is a very new ministry in our diocese. It's a great example to me of how the church continues to be alive here in the Diocese of Wilmington. We continue to listen to God's Holy Spirit and to respond to that Holy Spirit.
In silence, pain festers. So many women, so many families have this very painful experience, and it not being talked about makes that experience so much worse. The narrative of pregnancy and of motherhood is largely silent on pregnancy loss and infertility and early infant death as well. And so my initial experience was to feel rather shocked, a bit betrayed by my body, by God a little bit, like this wasn't supposed to happen. But my attempt to find help and support led me to approach my pastor, and then we approached the diocese to ask for there to be some type of ministry created for families who experience them.
It's more prevalent than we probably sometimes think. Statistics say like 1 in 5 pregnancies end in a miscarriage. The annual Catholic Appeals theme this year is Walking by Faith. Certainly is a theme that highlights the importance of this ministry, and like any grieving process, to walk with people who are grieving the loss of a child.
It takes time to be healed, to allow God's healing love to help one. And so a ministry such as this really enables that healing to take place in a very loving and a very supportive way over time.
A mother's love doesn't end just because her baby didn't make it. And so we can, with the Footprints Ministry, help families who've lost a precious member continue to walk in faith rather than feeling alone with this part of their experience.
There's so much good work that's happening throughout the diocese that we make possible through the participation in the annual Catholic Appeal. And importantly, that we do that as a church. We can say that we make these things happen.
When someone goes into a hospital, it's probably the most vulnerable time in their lives. The hospital chaplaincy program is involved with caring for those people. They really are saying to them physically that God is here with you in your need and in your vulnerability.
I think people need to know that when they go to the hospital, that there are Catholic priests and sisters and lay people who will visit them and will bring them communion.
When someone says, oh, let's invite the priest, let's call for a priest, it's the most difficult times of their life. This is where the rubber hits the road, is the place where we can come in to support them and to help them, guide them, and to give them an affirmation to know that Christ is always there and present for them.
People want to know that their parishes care about them, that their chaplains care about them, and that someone is going to be there.
Every person that's able to support this ministry, support it in such a way that we can continue to offer not only the gift of life, but the gift of hope, to bring Christ to every person at the most difficult times in their lives. This is what we are called to do.
I like to share what Jesus said, for whatever you do for the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. And so by going out and helping, hands-on, I feel like I'm such a part of that ministry.
We help all walks of life, whether it's food, clothing, shelter, and just different other services. It's a very good, monumental piece to be a part of the diocese.
I decided to get in my car one day with pandemic unemployment. I drove until the gas ran out. That was almost 1 year ago. I've been touched and moved by what I've seen since I've been here. The staff at Casa San Francisco walked beside me as I found a new way to live that doesn't include the things from the past.
Not everything you're going to see is by sight. A lot of things, a lot of help. It's all about compassion. Everything is from the heart. Respect, integrity, accountability, trust, and most of all, service. Without your volunteers, without your donations, without your charitable wishes and blessings to us, we wouldn't be able to do what we need to do here to help effectively help change the lives of others. And so thank you for everything that you do.
I had the opportunity to go and visit the Casa. It made me realize once again that the need for food itself is so great. That person in need that we're visiting is Christ. And that's what being Christian is about. That's what being a follower of Christ is about.
It's deep, and it's really hard to put into just 2 or 3 words. More than any time in my life, I feel like I'm doing what I was called to do rather than being confused by it. Thanks to your generosity, I had this opportunity to walk into the person I was supposed to become.
Our goal and our work as a diocese, as the people of our church here in Wilmington, is to help young people to know Christ, to meet Christ. We do that through the schools. We continue to do that through the opportunities that we have on campuses, with young people going to the schools who are in colleges, being formed in the faith through spiritual programs as well as through the Eucharist that's offered there. We also do that as we form people and help people prepare for marriage through our marriage preparation programs. I ask you to prayerfully consider a generous donation to our Faith and Charity Appeal. By participating, you are walking by faith, and you bring the face of God to those we serve.